Sawadee Tuk Konka, Dajahao, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. A question I get a lot on some of my Thai videos is how do I take my notes, what are my tips and tricks, what are the things I like to do. So I thought in today's video I would basically just tell you the way I take my study notes for Thai and the different types of notes I take. Some of this information you may have heard, some of this you may not have heard, but just stick around to the end anyway, you know? Show you girls some love and support. My first thing when it comes to how I'm taking my notes is it very much depends on what I'm doing and what I'm hoping to get out of it. The reason I say that is one way I take my notes is on my laptop, and when I'm using my laptop I use Google Docs and Google Translate. The reason why I use Google Translate is because sometimes you need to hear the pronunciation of the word, and to be honest there's nothing else I can use, so I use Google Translate. And in Google Docs I have created, as you will see on the screen, multiple headings that I can easily filter through, so like nouns, verbs, adverbs, adjectives, and then everything on there are the important things I really need to know or to learn or just, you know, remember. I even have a YouTube section, you know, it's for all my little juicy YouTube points that I want to make. What I tend to have on there tends to be more phrases and longer things that maybe I don't want to write, but I want to be able to find it easily and quickly. So I can access this when I'm on the go, on my phone and things like that. I don't have to lug around all my flashcards and my notebooks. Speaking of those, moving on, my next thing that I do is keep flashcards. Now I've mentioned flashcards, voila, multiple times in my videos, and when I use flashcards it's always for things that are very, very, very important, vital that I know it. I can't keep learning Thai without knowing. So that's why the first flashcards I made were the alphabet, because I needed to know exactly what the different letters were, what their classes were and things like that. So that's why they went in my flashcard section of my studying. And for me personally, I'm a very repetitive learner. I'm a parrot. If I hear it and say it enough, I'll remember it. So that's why I love flashcards. Moving on, we have my plethora of notebooks. I love notebooks, and I have multiple notebooks for multiple things. One notebook I've mentioned before is my rough notebook. This is the one where I don't really care about it. It doesn't care about me. My handwriting in here is atrocious, but this is where I go when I'm just trying to really repeat how to spell a word, repeat something. So I just write it out, write it out, write it out, write it out. I don't need to worry about it looking pretty. I don't need to worry about coming back to revise from it. I just need to keep writing out. So that's why I keep my rough notebook for. Then I have my good notebook, which is one that has featured many a time, and this is the one where I'm studying and I'm using my other resources and I want somewhere where I can write down. So for example, if I'm following a lesson on YouTube, I will use this notebook because in this notebook the lines are bigger, I can make more annotations around it, I can make more notes and like pretty colours, and it's very easy for me to just flip through it to a previous note I've made. And I keep both of those separate from my trusted lesson notebook, and this is the one that I use when I'm actually in my lessons with my teacher. And in here, any points that she says are very good words or anything that I think I'm likely to use again, I'll make a note of during the lesson itself. This is also where if I was given homework, where my homework goes, and this is basically just my school book, you know, I'm back to school with my school book and all of the good points go into here, and also any important phrases that I need to learn. But what tends to happen is phrases I will save and put them in my Google Docs. And then finally my final notebook. I mean we're whizzing through the notebooks here. I probably am keeping like WH Smith open with the amount of notebooks I own. And my final notebook is this one, which is a newer edition. This is like a do-it-all notebook, but I'm using this to translate songs. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm picking some of my favourite English songs and then I'm writing them in here with translations into Thai, and then I'll ask my teacher to check it for me if there's anything that I can't translate because I don't quite know how that would translate into Thai, or I don't know the word, I can then easily ask my teacher, she can help me, and I can put it in here. This is really fun, my fun notebook. I like this one a lot. And also it's just very cute. I mean, it's got the little elasticy thingy bobby. It's like, ooh, fancy. Those are my notebooks and how I take my study notes. I don't know if that quite answers some of the questions I get in terms of how I take my notes. If not, let me know down below and I'm happy to try and answer those questions. Also, let me know how you take your study notes. Are you like me? Are you the queen of notebooks? Do you have notebooks coming out of your ears? I would love to know, so put it down below. Please do smash the like, the share and the subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family. And as always, have a blessed day, and until next time, Sawadee tuk konka, Sajien, goodbye everyone.